It is championship weekend in the Western Ultimate League here in Thornton, Colorado at Pinnacle Athletic Complex. It is all set for the final matchup. Colorado Alpenglow taking on Utah Wild.
Or do you know what you're good at and tell your team that's the plan? That's what we're sticking with. It's typically 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what you're feeling on the outside air. So if it's 81 in the sky, it's still 95 on the ground.
And it's heating up, bidding to retain possession. McKee floats it up. Veldman just inside, foot down, releases a huge backhand and too far for the intended receiver. Hold for Colorado.
And this is their D-line right now.
Dietrich throwing upfield. And a big layout reception from Maddie Boyd. Up, Daniels floating it, and Dietrich gets the score and the whole. Bassett Carmen, Dixon falling to the turf, but getting up. Carolyn Black upfield to McLaughlin, launching one. Veldman in pursuit. Stoller cannot get the D. Veldman gets the break, coming down hard. But it's 2-0 Colorado.
Possession to the end of the quarter.
If you have an outlet, Kircher in pursuit, and Kircher with the goal. 2 seconds remain on the clock.
And I know Utah needed the point. They needed the point, but now you have given Colorado the last possession table after that first point.
Out to the far side, Thorpe shooting long, McLaughlin in pursuit, Ito gets the score! They had 2 seconds and they made it count. Thorpe to Ito.
An aggressive throw choice, but one that works for this.
Happening in that game. Kircher to Songer as Utah starts on offense, and Sevier laying out, but Haruzhnikova saying it was in her hand.
Now this is always a tough part of the game because as
is awarded the disc, tie going to offense, and Stanislavski gives it still outside the end zone. Swarming Colorado players. It's Beetle Moorcroft with the disc to Dixon, and the Colorado break. Difficult to hit without the wind, but Gaskell has the disc. Big backhand going up, in pursuit, turning down the field outside the end zone line. Justine Cherwink on the brink, resetting the disc to Moulton, and the score for Utah all the way down the field, started by that. Nelson snagging it out of the sky, unleashing up over the stack. Players jump, but who catches it? None other than Abby Thorpe.
That throw went over every single person on the field. Just a flat throw with just enough height, aiming for the
Utah handlers far enough away that Colorado can't switch, and they switch up the field, turning, and it is a reception for Utah Wild, Sarah Stoller.
In so many ways, a mimic of what we saw in the last point as well. A throw just to the
stack. Kircher lays out to retain possession. Songer under pressure by Sevier. A fun matchup. Shooting across to the other side. Facet, Carmen to Daniels. And the break for Colorado Alpenglow to extend their lead. Inside shooting pass, giving Colorado back the disc. Looking in pursuit, a huge defensive effort from Utah.
And what a great D that almost could have been caught.
Floating, Veldman elevates for Alpenglow, and the break
by Veldman. I really thought this was going to be a D, but Veldman elevates into that space and leaves no doubt.
Kircher faking, High kick block attempts, and Jade McLaughlin picking the pocket of Kendra Miller. Uncontested in the end zone, Jade McLaughlin with the bookends.
And we said this a lot yesterday, this bookend aspect and mentality that is McLaughlin, getting the D, finding the end zone, putting an exclamation mark on a break. Looking downfield.
Sevier puts it up. And the emphatic score and spike. Emily Grimes with the reception. A 7-point lead for Colorado Alpenglow.
And there's still 15 seconds left tonight.
Floating over Terpstra as the disc hit the turf. That is it for Utah.
This is an opportunity to celebrate women and non-binary athletes, and there is no better celebration than acknowledging the contributions that Ari Nelson has had to this game.
Thorpe unleashing Ito in pursuit over their head and inbounds. Excellently read by Ito, stomping out the hopes of Utah and notching another one on the score. Feldman goes the other way. Grimes in pursuit, guarded by Kendra Miller. Grimes inbounds, shooting, and it's Grimes again for the score for Colorado. Colorado cannot be stopped.
And this is just Colorado stretching the field out, making it so that
Gaskill shooting deep again.
Finding a receiver.
D-Bow zone, they're on the doorstep, and they do it. Bozone with the score, sapping the Colorado energy and giving Utah their first point in the second half. To move it with their handlers, Shigley finding Levin. Levin upfield, Thorpe in pursuit all the way to the end zone. Doesn't even have to lay out after turning on the Jets. The Torpedo does it again. Photos.com to view layouts like that one. Kendra Miller shooting to the end zone. Kircher. It's a clean score for Utah. And in the middle of the field is Bailey Shigley. A huge layout block. D-Bozone does it again.
And losing yards instead of being able to.
Big flick going up. Miller lays out. Haruzhnikova gets the score. The birthday girl notches one for Utah Wild.
Kendra Miller willing this team back into this game. Second assist.
Levin shoots upfield. Ito. Gaskill tries again. Backhand going up. Layout, grab.
The end of this particular quarter.
Inside to Gaskill, up through the end zone line, and it is a Utah score. Pace.
Nice possession saving grab there. Break.
From one end zone to the other, it's Gaskill to Wallen, and a Utah Gaskill steps deep.
It's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. It worked!
Gaskill to Cherwink, 2 breaks in a row. Do you believe in Utah Wild? Thorpe up to Levin, immediately to Ito. Wallen gets a huge block on Ito!
What an incredible layout D by Wallen. I am so fired up, I just jumped out of my seat. That was well, yelling defense, defense.
Up over the top again, intended for Thorpe, elevating twice in the point over other players. Moving upfield, backhand going up, intended for Gaskill, and reeled in. Justine Cherwink to Gaskill, total churning their legs. Kircher to Miller, laying out is Songer for the score for Utah, but today is all about Colorado Alpenglow, the first-time champions of the Western Ultimate League. And with that, the coronation is complete. Colorado Alpenglow are the champions this year.